Joining us now to talk about this third test, former Australian cricketer Brad Hogg. Morning again,
Good morning,
Brad.
Brad. How are you?
Oh, going very well, guys. Just with your pigging blankets, I just wish I was single and over in England for Christmas because if you want a hogging blanket, I'm the one.
Brilliant. Hey, look, we heard from Harry Brook yesterday saying England had a belting few days on the beach in Noosa. So Australians must be quaking in their boots that we prepared so well for this.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, sometimes when you've had a bit of a bad trot, it's good to get away, have a bit of a break and then recalibrate and really think about, or have that break. And in the back of the mind, things are going through your mind churning. And then all of a sudden you come back, think about the game and think, right, we can do things slightly different. You still want to be aggressive, but in those big moments when the pressure's on, and there could be a bit of a momentum shift going either way, that's when you've just got to tighten up and play those big moments. And England don't play those big moments, especially Harry Brook. If he turns that around, he'll be one of the greatest batsmen we see.
Brad, tell me, sport sometimes throws up some great wee stories. I tell you what I didn't realise, mate. Nathan Lyon and obviously Pat Cummins coming back. And Nathan Lyon, in front of me, it says returning to the ground where he started off in the ground staff, which is amazing. But I didn't know, Brad, that he was so close to catching Glenn McGrath in terms of wickets.
Oh, look, Nathan Lyon's a premier bowler. He's one of the best spinners I have ever seen, and I class him as good as Shane Warne. The reason why I say that is because wickets are a little flatter now through his career than what was through our particular period.
Yeah.
So he hasn't had as much assistance. And also Shane Warne was bowling into the right-handers rough, whereas Nathan Lyon, he only really gets Mitchell Starc's bit of rough, and it doesn't really rough up as much as what Shane Warne had. So just his consistency, being able to control the ball with quality revs and stay in the game, I think he's just been a class act, and he's up there with probably the second best spinner we've seen in Australia.
Yeah, he is a different class. There's no question about that. Look, Harry Brook says he plans to rein himself in this test match. I just wonder, how difficult will that be, do you think, Brad? Bearing in mind that these guys have been sent out to bat, in recent years, effectively saying, go out there, play your shots, no real accountability. Is it just like flicking a switch, going from being aggressive and attacking to reining yourself in?
Oh, look, I think it's going to be very difficult for him. That change of mindset, very, very hard. I think where England have really not played the cards right here is that they've got Duckett, Crawley up top that are very aggressive, but then they've got Pope and Root in the middle order that are very conservative, the way they naturally bat, and they should be playing like that all the time. Try and wear that Australian bowling attack down. Then someone like Harry Brook can come in and take the likes of Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins away. Remember the first innings in Perth? Harry Brook made Mitchell Starc look like a spinner. He was just carving him up all over the park. And then all of a sudden, the second innings, a little bit more pressure, he wasn't able to cope with it. So for me, it's just that mental shift, getting through a spell or two of Mitchell Starc and Pat Cummins when they're on top. And once he gets through that, wears them down a little bit, then go aggressive and really take them on and put the pressure back on the Australian attack.
Brad,
and that's where he can be a lot more dominant. Yeah, sorry.
I beg your pardon, I'll interrupt you there. What about, if I may ask you on a couple of players that aren't, Bashir's been left out. First thing I would ask you, has that surprised you a little bit? And obviously from the Aussie openers, a bit of, he's had a bad time with injury, Kawaja. Will we see him again? I just looked at he's 39 and 30, he's in a tough time with injury.
Yeah, look, I think Kawaja, I think Australia have got to get rid of him now. So that's the end of your career. Move on. I think with Bashir, I don't think you're going to get value with Bashir over here in Australia. Just play the part-time spinner, the all-rounder. I think it's a good move to bring Tongue in for Atkinson. I probably would have stuck with Atkinson. I just think he's got good line and length. Maybe thought about Cass, but I also love Cass as well. Just his work ethic. When the pressure's on, it's late in the day, he still runs in hard, and Atkinson does that as well. And I think Archer can look out both of these bowlers and think, right, if these guys are running in hard out the back end of the day, I've got to be doing it as well. And Archer's got to learn to be a bit like Harry Brook with his bowling. Just with the new ball, swing it. Don't really have to bowl that extra pace, but just use the wicket, use the new ball with the swing in the air. And when there's not much happening, that's when you arc it up and really try and use your extra pace to unsettle the Australian batsmen. And I think they've just got to get their match play right or their game plan right in that aspect.
Okay. Brilliant, Brad. Thank you very much.
Thanks
mate.
again, Brad.
There'll be
Enjoy.
some sleepless nights in England for the next few
Thanks
days.
very much, guys.
Cheers, mate. The third test in Adelaide gets underway at 11:30.
I'm just looking at that, Jeff. I mean, Mitchell Starc and Scott Boland now being joined.
Oh, no,
by...
no, don't. It's best not to talk about it.
That is scary, though, isn't it? It really is, mate.
Yeah, well, you can see that first over, can't you? Is Zach Crawley going to go chasing them again? I mean,
not.
Ben Duckett's had a rotten season so far, you know. Just get us off to a good start, boys. Good start.
Yeah, stay in the game.
Absolutely, stay in the game, dead right. 11:30 the action starts. We've got up-to-the-minute updates for you throughout play. You won't miss a single moment. All the reaction. Make sure you head over to the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel.